SUV, made in India. What is it made of? This stunning Jeep SUV is made on the outskirts of Pune city. $280 million state-of-the-art manufacturing facility with a highly automated body shop, ergonomic and flexible assembly line, is equipped with first-in-India technologies and processes to deliver this stunning global Jeep SUV. Meet the Jeep Compass.
Morning, everybody. Well, a very warm welcome to you all here in Ranjangaon. Ironically, it's more than just warm outside, but I do hope you are all comfortable with the arrangements for today. I'm absolutely delighted to host you all here, along with my colleagues today, and I thank you very much for taking the time to join us at our manufacturing facility. This is a watershed event for us as we are meticulously and steadily moving towards our goal to deliver the Made in India Jeep Compass to customers in the third quarter of this calendar year. It has been just 8 months since we launched the Jeep brand in India, and I can't believe we're already showcasing the Jeep Compass today. There has been a lot of excitement and anticipation out there, and that's thanks to you guys as you've covered the motor shows and the speculation around Compass so well. We're receiving a constant flow of calls from customers inquiring about the Compass, its pricing, its powertrain options, variants, colours. There's a real buzz even before our launch activities move into full swing. Many are ready to place a booking amount now with our dealers. However, we've requested our dealers to hold on until we officially announce the start of bookings. This, I think, is a good problem to have. Let me begin by telling you where we are as of now. Many of you had joined us in Jodhpur for our Jeep brand launch of our iconic Jeep Wrangler and the Grand Cherokee. We took our first steps into the Indian market with our CBUs in 16, with a clear plan of going local with the Compass in 17. And we are on track with that plan. Jodhpur for us was the all-important strategic positioning canvas. The Jeep brand has been a part of the lifestyle of Indian royalties since the 40s, and many have preserved them well and still drive their MBs and CJs even today. Telling that great story in that special environment was the ideal beginning to the Jeep brand's journey in India. Last year was challenging for the Indian automobile industry, but still, the aspiration for automobiles in this country seems to transcend the difficulties and challenges. Yes, price is a significant factor, but so is legacy, originality, and capability. We have observed that India's idea of off-roading can be simply driving on bad roads. It doesn't always mean off-roading as in a sport or a lifestyle. Now, whilst the product origins were developed to tackle the challenges of all-terrain pursuit during the years of a world in conflict, now, in the modern era, off-roading has become a lifestyle pursuit. The Jeep brand is the pioneer in making off-roaders the world's most capable off-roader. The Wrangler offers the best four-wheel drive systems in the world that will get you out of many a sticky situation. Now imagine all this when you're seated in leather, shifting your terrain mode by a light twist of a control, listening to your favourite music and not even realising that the Jeep four-wheel drive system is working away at transferring power to those wheels where you require the traction. You may have experienced that either in Mohab or in our Camp Jeep events across India. And some of you have even experienced this at our Chelsea Proving Ground in the USA. Just like our iconic Grand Cherokee and the locally made Compass is armed with Jeep's world-famous Select Terrain Traction Management System, equipped with 4 modes that can be shifted on the fly. Besides comfort features and advanced technology, a Jeep SUV has to be dependable, with high standards of quality, and the Jeep Compass is built with all this in mind. Whilst it will be an attainable package, it is designed for longevity, comfort, convenience, along with the Jeep brand's exclusivity and unmatched off-roading capability. We know there are great expectations on the price of the Jeep Compass. And at the moment, all I can say is that consumers will see great value in the Compass package when we officially announce the price. Many of you would have seen the Jeep Compass in Geneva or maybe the LA Motor Show. Today is our very first showcase in India, which makes this opportunity a very exclusive one. We hope you will be pleased to see how our manufacturing facility has evolved with $280 million investment going into the Compass project in this state-of-the-art facility. We've taken our manufacturing capability to another level. Our operations here are absolute state-of-the-art, and we are now best equipped to fulfill our present and our mid-term business goals and plans. I am really proud to share with you that there are many manufacturing technologies and processes which are being used for the first time ever in the Indian automobile industry. Today, you will witness these firsthand. Ladies and gentlemen, we are taking this opportunity today to take you under the skin of the Jeep Compass. I think most of you are exploratory reviewers and would appreciate technical information in its most intrinsic form. The Made in India Jeep Compass that we plan to show you today is in its pre-production stage. We want you to see for yourself the sheer quality and precision that our upcoming SUV has been developed to, even at this stage. And this will give you an insight to the final build quality and precision we will deliver to our customers. You will also witness the level of thought and expertise that has gone into the making of this product. And all this has been achieved on the very ground we are standing on today. The Compass comes with many firsts in the Indian automobile industry. Jeep SUVs have proved to be indestructible with go-anywhere capability. The Compass inherits this illustrious DNA. We believe it goes beyond what one would expect of this product. Our resolve to make the Compass the safest possible SUV in India has come to the point of fruition. With a combination of more than 50 active and passive safety and security features. Well, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There is really a lot more that you will take away from today's presentations. I'm sure you'll be keen to know the commercial aspects of the Jeep Compass, but for today, we would like you to relish the Jeep Compass as a product first. We will introduce you to the personality of the Jeep Compass during the media drive we have planned for you in June. This is when you will get the opportunity to see and feel the interiors and learn of the Made in India Compass and drive the product for yourself. Now, without further delay, let me hand over to my colleagues who are the Jeep Compass specialists. They understand this product like no one else, and they have a lot to share with you. First up is Bill Zane, Head of Jeep Design, FCA APAC. Bill, over to you. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. On behalf of the design team, it is our privilege to share the design story behind the all-new Compass. So first, we would like to talk a little bit about the design language. Within Jeep design DNA, there's the Wrangler side of the family, and then there's the Grand Cherokee side of the family. On the Wrangler side, we emphasize utility, simple, and geometry. On the Grand Cherokee side is premium, athletic, and sculptural, and they coexist within the Jeep brand. Now, the Jeep Spectrum. Also, there's a dual purpose to each Jeep. The all-terrain capability allows Jeep to go from rocky trails to urban streets, going from rock climbing, off-roading, to the premium on-road experience. So every time we start a Jeep project, first we get immersed. There's a saying from Mr. Manley that we don't just draw Jeep, we drive Jeep, we live Jeep. So each year in April, the design team, we go to Moab, Utah, and we take the concept that we have been built for the last year and actually take them onto the terrains and experience, drive, exchange information with enthusiasts, and share the experience. So for the design team, to understand the capability of the Jeep and the culture of the Jeep and understand the audience is a key. The vehicles you see are all the vehicles that have been built in the past years, and then we actually take them to Moab, to the Ashes National Park, and there's a variety. There is some retro, some modern, a variety of products that we have built. So with this new assignment at the time, to design a new C SUV that is global. So what does it mean to have a global appeal? It's to really understand the global market. What we want to do is have this vehicle aiming at the heart of the global C segment market. So initially we had a lot of cross-functional alignment, working with different markets, getting the customer inputs, understanding their wants and needs, and try to create the best product for each region, but with only one product. Maximizing interior space and cargo volume, that is what everyone wants across the region. And also, creating an efficient Jeep, a mid-sized Jeep that has aspirational characters, which we'll talk about in a minute. So starting with the process, exploration. As you can see in the earlier sketches, there's a very big variety. Some with the Wrangler's round headlamps, more of an upright grille, and then some has more similar profiles like the Grand Cherokee. There's more affluent, more premium looking. And with each project, there's always this key inspiration product that really gives the design team a motivation. So for this one, we looked at the SR-71 Blackbird. It's a reconnaissance jet from the 1960s that, to us, was a really timeless piece. In this image, you can see the sharp lines connecting the simple draped surface from the top to the edge. And how we translate it into a rendering of sketches is you see the direct connection. When you look at the fender, the broad flat fender inspired by the Willys MB, using a soft drape form with a crease line on the hood all the way down to the fender flare. And we continue with that direction a little bit longer with our exploration. So as we move forward, you can see that these sketches, the theme work start migrating towards, maybe some of you are more familiar with the Grand Cherokee side of the family. More premium, more athletic, but in a mid-sized package. and some more sketches to share. And even you can look at some of the body side, there are different variations. The lower left one is started showing a little bit closer to the final product. And we continue with that theme. And many designers sketches on it, but there's always only one winner at the end. It's a very competitive business, unfortunately, but we really enjoy it. This is the final theme direction. The side view sets up the stage for the final development of the all-new Jeep Compass. And moving forward, we start our 3D development. So as you know, today there's a lot more work in the digital world. I mean, 3D modeling, computer modeling. But we never sacrifice the traditional sculpture in clay, because that is the key to really take a digital product, a rendering product into real life. So on the lower, there's many different film reviews with the senior management to really going through all the details, the lighting, the interior componentries, and also comparing with the other Jeep lineup product. Because each Jeep, there's a unique character. For this Compass, efficient profile, aerodynamic efficiency is very important. The surface of the model has gone to wind tunnel at Chrysler Technical Center many, many times to really work with the engineering team to shape the best aero-efficient surfacing possible. So the design signature, each Jeep should fit in with the Jeep family, but they are also very individual. If you look at our product lineup, we don't really copy and paste. I mean, each vehicle, they have their individual character, but they have to fit in with our family. So one thing that is very individualistic on this Compass is that you will see a bright DL that goes from the front A-pillar all the way around to the rear and tracks the vehicle 270 degrees. It actually is inspired by the Jeep Open Air Heritage, because we actually want to split the top from the body to indicate that in Jeep, open air is always something that we'll remember. The trapezoidal wheel arches are in every single Jeep. The Grand Cherokee, Cherokee, Wrangler, every product we make has that, because that is the authentic original inspiration from the 1941 Willys MB. Every time we design a vehicle, no matter how crazy we go, how far we go, we always go back and look at the root of the Jeep design DNA. And then looking at the sculpture in between, this is where we really goes wild with our imagination. We talked about the SR71, the more softer sculpture surfacing that is introduced in this vehicle. So the off-road capability, we don't just we have constraints too. We work with the engineering team, we have constraints, and especially on the profile, there's an approach angle and a departure angle and a ground clearance that we have to stay within. But fortunately for a Jeep product, something like these actually help us to give this vehicle a very commanding presence on the road and off the road. So looking at the details, the headlamp is the soul to a SUV's window. And for this one, we really want to give a very animal instinctive look to the front end with a sharp headlamp that connects to the 7-slot grille. On the tail lamp, we reference the Iron Man. Every designer loves the Iron Man suit. I mean, we all want to be Iron Man. That's I guess a designer thing. And looking at this, very mechanical aspect, very precise machine, the purposefully built machine with personality. That's what we're creating on the rear end. So for this vehicle, talking about aspiration character, what does it mean? It means that we want to give it a very strong presence, a very heroic presence in the front end. So with the new Jeep product, you can see that the 7-slot grille connecting to the headlamp is a key signature to give a very wide front end graphic look. And also the slimmer, the more low profile 7-slot grille indicates that it's a C segment with presence. On the rear, the impactful graphic divided by the bright DLO showing the black rooftop as an optional on this vehicle from the body. And overall, the most important thing for vehicle design is the proportion. When you have a good proportion, a heroic dynamic proportion, you have the foundation of a good vehicle. and also balance of a sculpture and strength, because with the softer form we still want to show that it has a lot of strong strength to the vehicle. Simplicity and confidence in the graphic design element. So overall sculptural but still keeping it simple. Overall, with the showroom position, we really want to give a conscious connection of the new Jeep Compass having a direct relationship to the Grand Cherokee side of the design DNA. Now, getting into the interior a little bit. As you can see, some of the key, what's highlighted in the green is the key line, trapezoidal line that is mapped onto the front, on the top of the instrument panel. With each vehicle, we actually trace out the key character of the vehicle instrument panel as the identity of the interior. So these are some of the earlier renderings. You can see that there's less of a exploration, more of a refinement on the interior development. So in the beginning, there's a lot more wild color breakups, but when you toggle through the images, you can see that signature graphic continues through all the way to the end, with the trapezoidal graphic being dominant on the instrument panel top. So sometimes we even go from rendering back to sketches to really trace out the essence of the theme. This is the final rendering for the interior, really showing a very athletic sculptural approach. So have some of the Grand Cherokee interior DNA appearance, but really giving it more athletic, more youthful is a key to the interior. So two key images that, when we talked about protective stance, it's really looking at the broad chest plate on the front that's being protective to the intelligence display. Looking at the wide flat on the bottom, that's where you're postering your finger. So even during rugged terrain, you're off-roading, you can still control the display from that surface. And on the right side, the athletic image kind of inspires the sculptural surfaces. So even though there's a very strong formula in the design DNA, having the sculptural and athletic influence is important. So on the left-hand side, you can see the instrument panel. On the driver's side is inspired by a fighter jet cockpit. And on the right, the outboard vent, the shape of it is like a shark fin, which has direct relationship to the exterior D-pillar. So we really want to connect the design elements from the inside to the outside, so it's a holistic statement. So looking at the interiors, you'll see that there's a lot of premium execution for this segment of the vehicle. Having bright tracers on the outboard and center vent to really emphasize the details and craftsmanship, and also the precision and intricacy in the interior craftsmanship. Overall, we want to give a very inviting and sophisticated ambience to the interior, emphasizing the user experience, the comfort, and also the roominess of the interior. Going through some of the details, the refinement, the seat insert is featuring a perforated leather, which is segment leading, as well as contrast stitchings that you'll see on the seat, and also echoing on the steering wheel. Some of the function and convenience features, you can see that there's a tablet holder, multiple storage spaces, convenient USB accesses, and also the most important to us is for the all-wheel drive version, we always celebrate the terrain select. That is one of the key features that is in all of the all-wheel drive Jeep vehicles. So now getting to the interior color palette, you'll see that each Jeep vehicle we're inspired by outdoor adventure, different parts of the world, and with this one we really looked at alpine snow skiing sport, and also urban exploration and sand surfing. So these are how we took the three themes into each definition. For example, urbex is a word that we create. We create a buzzword so we can kind of remember when we're designing what the inspiration is. So urbex is urban exploration combined together. It's more of a darker, moodier environment. So with these environments, we took into three unique color palette for the interior. This is Sandstorm. And this is Ski Gray. So for this one, we really want to emphasize that this is a very specific color graphic execution for the Asia Pacific market, localized in China and now in India, really going after the consumer taste and more of a premium look for the markets. So now I want to share a short video featuring the actual designers that worked on this vehicle. So I'm speaking on their behalf. So you'll see, now you get to hear from the real designers.
We knew this was a very important SUV, and we knew that it was going to be very global, so we started thinking about it pretty early.
It's a universal truth that you want something that has a good stance, you want something that feels premium, regardless of the price point.
The two families of Jeep design, one is the Wrangler, boxier, tougher, more rugged. The Grand Cherokee side of the house is our more premium side of the families, finer detailing, more aerodynamic, more sculptural shapes. We thought, what if we could capture some of the flavor of that car, make it a good statement for the C segment? Simplest way to explain the C segment, it's kind of a smaller than the medium-sized SUV. Does that make sense? It's medium.
When you look at this car, the first thing you notice is aggressive, athletic profile.
Profile is pretty fast. The roof slopes down pretty dramatically at the back.
One of the new details that gives this SUV its personality is the option of the black roof. Because the car has a pretty aggressive roof line, doing it in black really kind of accentuates that. The chrome molding really helps lower visually the roof of the car. It pulls the proportions back so it feels like it's swept a little bit more. The headlights have kind of a personality. We viewed them as the eyes of the vehicle. So inside of the up-level headlights have a white perimeter to them. The Trailhawk model is trail rated. It sits a little bit higher.
It's got aggressive approach and departure angles. It has the red toe hooks. All of the trim is that matte metallic gray. There's a lot of things that relate between exterior and interior that need to coordinate, making sure that there's a cohesive statement between the two.
So we have 4 design areas. We try to have a balance between fun, active, as well as a lot of luxury. We always try to push the boundaries and deliver something new, so if they're not surprised, I think I wouldn't have done my job well.
It's really important for us to make sure that you recognize and feel that you're in a G vehicle. The trapezoidal element that anchors the center stack, that frames the touchscreen, that is very, very characteristic of Jeep SUV interiors. We're really excited. It's going to be a great addition to our fleet. It fits in beautifully alongside its larger siblings.
Jeep has been around for so long and it's just instantly recognizable. So to be part of that is really exciting.
I conclude my portion of the presentation, and next I would like to introduce Mr. Jim Linen. He is the global model responsible that has localized the other 3 CSUVs in the regions, and this is the 4th one. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Bill. So the Global Jeep Compass. Global Jeep Compass is so important to the Jeep brand. It's so important to all of us that have spent a little over 3 years working on it. The Global Jeep Compass had to be global because it had to be authentic to the Jeep brand, to the Jeep DNA. We had to make sure that there was a consistency from market to market, region to region, but at the same point in time, we needed to make sure that it met the needs of the local markets that it would be sold in. So on behalf of the global engineering team that worked on this product for, like I said, a little over 3 years, I'm really pleased and proud and honored to be in front of you today to tell you a little bit more about this product. As I mentioned, this global team of engineers that have worked on the Compass is located in the United States, in Brazil, in China, in Italy, and of course in India. And it was important for all of those locations to be represented to make sure that those local market needs were met. So as Bill told you a little bit about the sophisticated interior and exterior design, I want to tell you a little bit more about the car. Of course, it's a Jeep, so 4x4 capability is not only essential, but it defines Jeep and what Jeep is. There's also a superior on-road behavior that we wanted to make sure we had the same level of refinement that we have for off-road, that we delivered it in on-road. The advanced powertrains, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that, the fuel efficiency,
and reduced emissions that we have on our new systems for this global vehicle, safety and security features which help ensure that the occupants in the vehicle is kept safe in all conditions, and of course clever functionality and versatility that's required in any SUV, especially a Jeep. So first let me tell you about the proportions, the vehicle size. As has been said before, the C segment is such an important segment, not only in India, but globally. It's arguably the largest segment in the industry, and for the Jeep vehicle, it was essential that the Compass had the right mix of dimension and proportion to ensure that it was the right size on the exterior, but on the interior it maximized the usefulness, the capacity, the versatility, and functionality that was required. So from a dimensional standpoint, the Compass sits roughly 1.6 meters high. As was mentioned by the designers already, this black roof actually makes it look a little bit shorter. 1.8 meters wide, very consistent with the competitors in the C segment. The overall length of the vehicle, 4.4 meters, with a wheelbase of about 2.6 meters. Again, these are all dimensions very common in the segment. But let's talk about the 4x4 capability. It's a Jeep. So there's a short video I want to share with you that tell you a little bit more about the execution of the 4x4 system we have in the Jeep Compass here in India, the Jeep Active Drive system.
Introducing the Jeep Active Drive 4x4 system with disconnecting rear drive shaft and power transfer unit. The Jeep Active Drive 4x4 system consists of the following components: a 1-speed disconnecting power transfer unit, a multi-piece drive shaft, a 1-speed rear drive module with electronic control unit, and a torque transfer device. The class-exclusive available rear axle disconnect only engages the 4x4 system when necessary for improved efficiency. Certain environmental conditions and driving styles, such as changes in slope or inclement weather, will seamlessly engage the system without noticeable shifting. The system helps provide maximum efficiency when 4x4 capability is not needed, and fully variable 4x4 torque to each axle when it is needed. The brake lock differential is a traction control feature that offers similar performance to a locking differential. If a wheel has lost traction and is spinning freely, the system will automatically apply brake pressure to that wheel, which allows more torque to go to the wheel that has traction. Brake lock differential is not a substitute for a locking differential. It just helps extend the capability of your Jeep vehicle. This system also includes a 4-wheel drive lock mode. Once engaged, the power transfer unit is locked to ensure immediate power to the rear drive axles.
So like the video explained, two critical aspects that are central to the 4x4 technology of the Jeep Compass: the 1-speed power takeoff unit in the front and the 1-speed rear differential module in the rear. Both of these two function together, work together, and are controlled by electronic stability control and some very sophisticated algorithms to ensure that we deliver all the available torque necessary to any of the wheels that need that additional traction. In addition, we have the ability through our driveline disconnect technology to completely disconnect the rear axle and fundamentally take this 4x4 Jeep and let it operate as a 4x2 vehicle. And as a 4x2 vehicle, the customer enjoys the benefits of some additional fuel economy and some additional on-road driving dynamics. Here's a second video I want to show you about the Select Terrain Management System that is also inherent with Jeep vehicles throughout the lineup and consistent with what we provide on the Jeep Compass system.
The Select Terrain Traction Management System enhances 4x4 capability in 4 modes: auto, snow, sand, and mud. In auto mode, the system automatically adjusts vehicle dynamics to help improve fuel efficiency, as well as adapts to any road and weather condition for optimal traction. Snow mode adjusts for ultimate performance when the wet stuff turns cold. Ideal for snow, sleet, or slushy roads, power is variably distributed between the front and rear wheels to help keep tires from spinning. In this mode, your Compass uses its second gear to launch from a standstill for maximum traction. Sand mode utilizes an aggressive throttle with additional wheel slip and revised transmission shifting to help tackle loose, sand-covered surfaces. Power is variably distributed between the front and rear wheels. Mud mode utilizes revised transmission shifting to help maintain momentum on low-friction surfaces like mud. Power is variably distributed between the front and rear wheels.
So again, as the video displayed, this select terrain management system really puts the customer in control of the car. Puts the customer in control of ensuring that the car maintains whatever the desired capability is, depending upon road conditions, weather conditions, and ensuring that the customer and the vehicle are always in control and always secure. In addition, the benefits of this Jeep exclusive select terrain and active drive system is it provides the ability to function as the 4x2 mode in increased fuel economy, on-road driving dynamics, and certainly to also perform in the 4x4 mode and provide all the available torque necessary to the wheels demanding that additional traction. The select terrain switch, as I had mentioned, has this auto feature that allows the customer, for the most part, if so desired, to put it in the auto mode, and the Compass does all the work for you. So next, let me tell you about the advanced powertrains that we offer here in the India market. There's two engine offerings that we will provide here. There's a 1.4 liter multi-air 2 gasoline petro engine. Right now we expect it to achieve a little better than 160 horsepower, 250 newton meters. This multi-air gasoline engine leverages the second generation of multi-air technology, which allows us to direct the intake supply into the combustion chamber and thus increase fuel economy and also reduce emissions. There's also a 2-liter diesel engine offering that we offer in the Jeep Compass here in India. 170 plus horsepower is expected, as well as 350 newton meters. This advanced diesel engine has a diesel particulate filter in it that allows us to reduce particulate emissions and ensure a level of emissions executions very competitive in the marketplace. To mate with those two advanced engines, we have two transmission offerings. There's a 6-speed manual transmission that's available, as well as a 7-speed automatic, a dual dry clutch transmission, a DDCT transmission. This transmission leverages two clutches to help ensure that power is shifted smoothly and without loss in between gears. But of course, with the Jeep, the ability to perform dynamically on the road, it all starts with the body structure. We're proud to say that for this global Jeep Compass, we've designed it with very efficient and effective gauge reduction and use of over 64% of high-strength steel. It's absolutely critical to provide not only a functional body, but a lightweight body that allows this car to be nimble in its on-road behavior. We have the use of hot stamped steel in the lower A-pillar, the D-pillar, and the roof header. The hot stamped steel, and combined with the high-strength steel, provides a cage, a safety cage for the occupant to ensure that we meet all market regulatory safety features or safety performance. In addition, this body structure provides torsional stiffness needed for on-road behavior. When we couple this torsional stiffness with a very unique chassis suspension design and locally developed bushings and geometry, we ensure a level of refinement on road consistent with the expectations of this very premium C-segment vehicle. So let me tell you one of the unique things that we offer in the vehicle to ensure excellent ride comfort. Frequency-sensitive dampening shock absorbers, feature most commonly found in performance cars, are standard on the Jeep Compass. These are a critical element and varying damping rates within the suspension to ensure that the vehicle reacts to the road inputs. Whether it's a high frequency or low frequency input, the vehicle reacts and ensures to absorb the vibration and to make sure that the vehicle maintains a very smooth ride. And when you get a chance to drive the car in June, I'm sure you're all experienced and come to that same conclusion. To make sure that the car handles and steers well, we leverage independent front and rear suspension systems. The McPherson system in the front, of course, industry recognized as being a very responsive, lightweight, and quiet system. We couple that with something unique in the segment, an independent rear suspension, Chapman system, that also provides the responsiveness that's required to ensure this premium driving dynamics in the Jeep Compass, to ensure the handling of the car going through tight turns and corners is consistent with the expectation of the Indian customer. So as global engineers, proud to say that we've had a chance over the last 3 years to do a lot of testing, a lot of development on the car. We've accumulated almost 26 million kilometers of miles all throughout the globe to ensure that the car met the Jeep standard, but also to ensure that it met the standard of the local markets that it would be shipped and supplied to the customer in. And that included many kilometers, many hours of time that we've spent here in India, ensuring that the car was meeting of the road conditions and the expectations of the Indian customer. Safety and security, so important in the Jeep Compass. As Kevin had mentioned, there's over 50 standard and available safety and security features in the Jeep Compass. You'll see a number of them there. First of all, I wanted to mention standard electronic stability control. I talked about how central that was to the functionality of the 4x4 system. That's standard hill start assist. It's a fantastic feature that we provide on the vehicle to ensure that as you're ready to go up a hill, that the car doesn't roll back. There's also standard all-disc brakes and, of course, standard 6 airbags in the vehicle. All these features, including other ones that are listed on the page there, all ensure that the customer and the occupants that are in the Jeep Compass are safe and secure, and of course the vehicle integrity and confidence is maintained. Functionality and versatility, that's another reason why people buy SUVs. And one of the configurations that we have in every Jeep Compass is a standard 60/40 rear folding seat. As you see in the picture here, when the second row seat is folded down, it opens up a lot of additional space for the customer to put larger items as they so choose in the storage space. In addition, you can't see it, but underneath the cooler and the sleeping bags there is a reconfigurable load floor that can be positioned into a couple of different positions and provide some additional storage space as well. Two user-friendly technologies that are standard in the Jeep Compass. First of all, electric park brake. Another very important and convenient feature that we have in the Jeep Compass. One, it provides extra storage space and utility for the customer in this cabin. In addition, it's a key enabler in the 4x4 technology that we talked about. There's also capless fuel fill. It really provides a convenience, a usefulness, as the customer is going to fill up his car with gasoline or diesel fuel to ensure that they don't need to fumble around with the gas cap. Jeep Compass, as I've talked about already, is truly a Jeep vehicle. We are extremely proud as a design and development organization to have worked on it, and proud for you to see it today. As I had mentioned before, and Bill has mentioned, we've had a chance to industrialize this product in now 4 plants. 3 plants have preceded India. The first plant in Brazil, we launched the Jeep Compass September of last year. In China, we launched in November of last year. And then in Mexico, we launched product for the US and Canada in January. Next week, we launch for Europe. and we're really excited about taking all those lessons learned and launching now this global product into this state-of-the-art facility here in India. And to tell you a little bit more about this product here in India and the state-of-the-art facility that we have here is the CEO, Mr. Boprai.
Thank you, James. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ranjangaon. It's great to see you all here. I'm Gurpratap Boparai, and I'm responsible for this manufacturing joint venture. I lead a very motivated and committed team that has been working on the Jeep Compass for months now. I can proudly say that the quality of build that we have achieved at this stage of development of the car is truly world-class. Indian customers can soon own a locally made Jeep that is developed to the highest quality standards. I'm particularly proud of my team as they have delivered a pre-production build version that has already exceeded expectations. Design lends attitude to a product, while engineering gives it a soul. And manufacturing gives the product its form. I'm an engineer myself, and I feel a great sense of satisfaction when I see the Compass is so well crafted that it has become an aspiration in a single instance. You all, or most of you, have seen the Compass in various motor shows, but the enthusiastic reactions that have been coming from some of the potential customers is a big tick for me mentally because they haven't yet seen the car in flesh. This is a source of great satisfaction for our passionate workforce here in Ranjangaon, which has tightened every bolt with precise torque, neither more, neither less. One of the marvels in this manufacturing facility is our metrology department. That's where 19 highly trained specialists work by the fraction of a millimeter. They make what we call a master body, basically a template which validates a particular level of precision of body parts that can go further to the body shop base. The precise flush lines that you will see throughout the Compass's body are an outcome of our metrology's department's efforts. We use precision fixtures called Meister box, which are aluminum frames that shoulder the Compass's body parts. Once the parts have been placed on the Meister box, the flushness is measured and taken through a scientific verification process. Measuring equipment compares the part to the CAD designed to ensure engineered precision. The accuracy of measuring equipment has to be precise to the 1,000th of a millimeter, before the metrology department declares the master body ready. Take a look at this video. Once the body frame and the panels are validated by metrology, they are welded together in the body shop to achieve the perfect body in Y or BIW. Our body shop is equipped with over 100 robots that ensure minimal manual intervention. This ensures the precision in the welding of the body frame members together, and the whole process can be timed for efficiency. What we achieve is uniformity in the stitch. Our body shop is equipped with automated laser welding, which is so fast and precise that it ensures 2 stitches per second. The Compass's doors are laser welded, and this is a first in the Indian automobile industry. I want to particularly mention here that laser welding is a very sophisticated method to stitch body parts together. It ensures reduction in the residual bulk of the welding precipitate, which in turn reduces the weight of the body part, improves aesthetics, and usually enhances durability of the part. We also use a method called plasma cutting to make sure the body frame members fit into each other's form properly. This helps in the accurate placement of the hood and the bumper. Plasma cutting again has never been used in the Indian automobile manufacturing. This method is being adopted for the first time in a made-in-India vehicle. When the body frame moves further on the line, our vision cell system closely monitors the sealing process on the BRW. The vision cell system is again a first in the Indian auto industry. It monitors the automated application of a 2K sealant between the compass body sub-assemblies. We use 85 meters of this 2K sealant when we construct the compasses body in white, the highest use of sealant in a made-in-India vehicle. Sealant is used to eliminate shearing of body frame members when the vehicle encounters road undulations, high-speed cornering, and other dynamic conditions. Our body shop uses 34 high-precision cameras to monitor and verify underbody geometry. This method is called inline diagnostics, again a first in a made-in-India vehicle. We maintain a policy of zero tolerance to achieve underbody consistency. Our body shop ensures a very high success rate of quality of the Jeep Compass. Take a look at this video. As Jim had mentioned, a lightweighting strategy without compromising on safety was the imperative in the development of the Compass. So for the first time in the history of our auto industry here in India, we have used 27 hot stamp parts in the Compass's body. What is hot stamping? Let's watch this audio visual. Perfect body in white has to be robust yet lightweight. The final assembly of the Compass is carried out on an ergonomic height adjustable holding and conveying mechanism called the skillet. The final assembly transforms the product into a package. This is where the trim comes alive. This is what makes customers delve deeper into what the package is going to mean to their lifestyle. A little insight into the trim of the Jeep Compass will tell you that the trim strategy in this SUV is innovative. For example, the doors of the Compass are fitted with a door module which snugly houses all the door mechanisms. The mechanical elements inside the door of the compass are first fitted onto this module, which is then inserted into the door housing. This elegant innovation eliminates the irritating rattle that usually emanates from the doors when the vehicle goes through its life cycle. The seats in the compass have an S frame which enhances support and comfort. We performed over 60 tests on 1,000 seat variations before we zeroed in on the seating comfort and support in the compass. The tire and wheel assembly is done by a multi-step machine which ensures accurate balance and alignment. This kind of detailing to achieve the perfect wheel balancing and alignment is carried out for the first time in India. Even the premium auto manufacturers don't do it. We have been reporting on the $280 million investment on the Jeep Compass project. This final video sums it up. Take a look. Kevin, may I call upon you to do the final honors?
I hope the presentations were comprehensive. I will also add that the Made in India Jeep Compass is being manufactured in 50 different trim, powertrain, transmission and colour combinations. So the Indian customer will have an extensive range of options to select from. As you saw, the Compass is fundamentally solid and made of a comprehensive blend of pioneering engineering technologies, of impressive safety and security features, powerful engines and excellent transmission technology. The Compass has the Jeep brand's off-roading pedigree, and we're particularly excited for you all to try our off-roading course at the Compass when you have the Media Drive program later on. We believe with the Jeep Active Drive capability, the Compass will be able to continue the Jeep credentials of what a true off-roader should be capable of. And with over 50 plus safety and security features, the Jeep Compass will be one of the safest SUVs on Indian roads. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the Jeep Compass. I'm absolutely delighted to announce today that we will start production of the Jeep Compass by June this year. There is plenty more that we will share in the next few months, so please stay tuned. Thank you very much indeed for joining us today. And now it's my absolute pleasure to invite my co-presenters to come back up to the stage and we'll unveil our wonderful Jeep Compass. Are you ready, gentlemen? Let's reveal our baby. Thank you. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Sorry.
All the TV crews can either shoot the product here, or we have a display outside as well. So anyone who wants to walk around or interview with the spokespeople, it's either on the outside display or here. Excuse me.
Secondly,